Welcome into Jersey Chasers, guys. Sorry for the late start. We've been having some technical difficulties. But welcome in, Christy. How you doing? Christy's frozen. It's okay, you guys. It's okay. It's been a long week. Um, Christy, what's up?
I have no idea what's going on.
Oh,
The full blood red moon eclipse is just like totally screwing with me. I don't know. And I'm so mad because I had such a good weekend. I got to spend Saturday with my granddaughter, and Sunday I got to play around with former professional football players. So it's like such a great weekend. And then Monday went up. How
yeah. I think it
about
has
you?
to be. It has to be the new moon because it's been a week. It's been a week. It's been a week. Let's just say that, and it's only Wednesday, and it's been a week. Um,
I know.
let's get into it. Let's get into it to start. We got some Browns news. The Browns acquired Titus Howard from the Texans. The Texans received a fifth round draft pick, and he also comes with a 3 year, $63 million extension because he was in the last year of his contract. Christy, what do you think about the Browns move?
I'm happy about it. I don't know anything that you said, but I know that I've been happy with the off-season moves they've been making so far. Um, yeah. So this
Now,
sucks.
this, yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be jumping around. We're frozen, not frozen. As long as you guys can hear us, that's great. But this comes on the heels of the
I'm just gonna
Browns
sit here like
and
this
look
and try
pretty.
to smile as much as possible so that if we do freeze, at least I look good.
Honestly, it's okay. It's okay, honestly. But no, the Browns, of course, are in a bit of a predicament. They have um almost the entirety of their offensive line is now about to be free agents. They're gonna lose. They've lost Wyatt Teller. He decided to leave. Joel Batonio is up for
So
free agency. So them getting an O lineman is really, really good. But in other Browns news, they've also finalized their staff. Christy, what do you think of the staff?
I'm so happy we are fully staffed. So now during the free agency, along with the offensive lineman that we did get from the Texans, I did hear that. Um, they can start, figuring out what they want to do. How many guys do they want to go over, and get during the free agency? Because I mean, like lots of players are switching teams right now. I'm so excited about this. Like, we're finally going to be cohesive. And I'm so excited about not even the draft. Like, I could care less what happens in the draft because I think during the free agency is when we're really going to focus on that offensive line because we don't want a bunch of rookies out there protecting our sophomore Shador. We want guys that have experience. And I know these guys out there that are free during the free agency are hungry, and Monken and AB are going to go after all those guys that are hungry because we're looking to go to the playoffs, and I'm smelling a Super Bowl soon.
Hey, I mean, look, I'm all for positivity around the Browns. They need it. Again, you got Todd Monken, who's going to be in his first year as head coach. He has his entire staff finalized. They just made a move. They've lost a couple people, but then they're going to gain a couple people. It's going to be a very interesting time to see what they do, not only in terms of free agency, but also in the draft. One person who might want to take their talents to Cleveland is the brother of Cleveland Cavaliers rookie Jason Tylen. He did the NFL Combine this weekend. The Combine, of course, always this weekend. Well, this past weekend. And he was asked about his brother and if he would like to come to Cleveland, and he said, "Of course I would. I would love to team up with my brother and live in the same city." And it's very interesting just to see that in my
Nursing
lifetime,
house.
there very rarely are people that are like, "Oh my god, I would love to come to Cleveland." I was shocked when I saw that. So what do you think about well, first of all, do you
There's
like
been
the
a
combine?
few.
Yeah. Do you like the combine? I think the combine is such a weird, like, it's very
I
weird.
mean, the combine is a dog and pony show, like it's it's go run, go jump, go perform. So I do I really think that the teams need to go to the combine to see how these rookies do? No, because you've already got them on tape. You've already watched them through college. You've had your scouts keeping an eye on these guys for more than just this past season. You've been keeping an eye on them pretty much since they entered college, which for some of them was only one season. But like I said, it's a dog and pony show when they go to the combine. Um, I don't think it tells us anything because anybody can run, the 40-yard dash quick as can be when they don't have somebody tackling them, so when you get your wide receivers out there that are fast, that's great. How well do they catch? Why don't you take one of those throwing machines and just load it through full of footballs, be like, go catch them. Other than that, like, I'm not interested in the combine. I'm interested in what's actually going to happen at the draft, um, and not what everybody's going to be wearing, because I know that it has become like a huge fashion show. And
Mhm.
I remember one player last season, he was so low key, even though he was there at the draft. He was like just low key, like just nice pants, nice shirt, not all like dressed to the nines. But, hey, what do you think about the combine, Autumn?
I think the combine is one of those things where it's like we just start making shit up. We're just making shit up, okay? Because why do I need to see 3 days of these
Yeah.
people training? You're just making shit up. That's what you're doing. And then you're judging them on how they do, and you're like, oh, they're gonna suck. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody trains differently. Not everybody's gonna train the same way. To create this entire event, televise it, and then judge them on it, and then they're like, oh, this is gonna follow. And for some people, it actually does follow them throughout their entire career. It's not just like a one thing. Like this, some people just have it. Like, for example, I'm gonna use Shador as an example. Shador did the combine last year and he decided not to throw. Do you know how many think pieces we all heard because he didn't throw at the combine? And it's like, well, why did he have to throw at the combine? But then this year you get Fernando Mendoza. That's his name, right? Yeah, Fernando Mendoza. He decides not to throw, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
oh, who cares? Like he's the Heisman national champion. It's like,
Praise
but you just
Fernando.
yeah, I'm like, you just threw a whole fit that Shador didn't do the same thing, and that actually caused him to fall rapidly in the draft, even though he threw at his pro day. I think pro days are stupid. Again, why are you watching practice? Like, why are we watching practice and being like, oh, I hate the way they practice? Leave these people alone. I think it's a dumb, 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 dumb thing.
Yeah.
But let's actually move on to a big controversy that happened in the NBA. There are two actually. There are two. So first we have Cavs versus Pistons.
Oh,
Yeah, this past week, Cavs versus Pistons. The NBA came out, and of course, the NBA does what it do best, especially if you lose in overtime. So the Cavs this past weekend lost in overtime to the Pistons. It came out a couple days ago and was like, "Hey, we fucked up, you guys, like usual." And they essentially revealed that they called a blocking foul on Jared Allen towards the end of the game. And they were like, yeah, that should have just been a normal block. And then what should have been called a shooting foul on Detroit was not called at all. So the Pistons ended up winning in overtime. And then the Cavs the other night ended up beating the Pistons handedly. And the Cavs are currently injured right now. They're a little bit like like bent up. It's all right. It's all right. But I hate the 2 minute report. Y'all, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Christy, what do you think of the 2 minute report? The report at the end of the game that tells you, hey, we fucked up.
Well, at least they finally admit that they messed up. And it's like right after the game. I mean, like, you never hear referees during or after an NFL game saying, whoops, we screwed up that call, but like maybe take a little bit more time during the game and get the calls right.
And it's like I know basketball moves fast. You don't like people don't need to tell us. I know we all know that it moves fast. But at the
Yeah.
same time, the two things that
Yeah.
were called were very
Except for the last 20
obviously,
seconds.
yeah. And then to say like, "Oh, guys, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Do you not understand like how many games like especially at this time of the season, we're about what 5 weeks away from the playoffs and the Cavs are right there at the top of the East with the Pistons and it's a crucial
Yeah.
matchup. So now you're coming out and saying, "Yeah, guys, we fucked up. We're sorry. We fucked up." But hey, you can get yours the next night and it's just like you're not here. You're not thinking. You're not thinking. But let's move
Yeah.
on to my favorite NBA
I
story.
mean, it's still Cleveland, unfortunately,
Mhm.
because isn't what always happens to every Cleveland team, no matter. Yeah. So, I mean, it's par for a course. When you play for a Cleveland team, unfortunately, you're just gonna have to deal with shitty referees.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold
what
up.
you staring at? What you see coming across there? You're concentrating.
For some reason, okay, hold on. We'll get to it later on the show. But in more NBA news, let's talk about my favorite NBA story of the week, and that is Magic City Monday. This coming Monday, the Atlanta Hawks did the most Atlanta thing you can do, and that is collaborate with the adult club Magic City. Now, Magic City is probably the most famous adult club in Atlanta. It's probably the most famous in the world. There was literally a Magic City Japan. I'm not even joking. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I never heard
But
of it.
okay,
Mons Venus is more popular. I mean, people.
so Magic City, okay, so Magic City is very famous for a couple things. So Magic City is really famous for their wings. They apparently have really good chicken wings, like fantastic chicken wings. And then they're also famous for the fact that a player during the bubble, Lou Williams, he got permission to go to a funeral. And then on his way back to the bubble, he stopped at Magic City to get some lemon pepper wings. And everybody was like, "Homie, you didn't stop at no Magic City to get no lemon pepper wings. You want to see the lounge." And everybody roasted him. And he was like, "No." He was like, "No, no, 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 no. Like, I really just, I really just wanted to get some wings." And yeah, the lore of Lou Will, and they named like a dish after him. But the problem
I
is there certain NBA players who are not so happy. Luke Cornett he came out and said that he thinks that it's really offensive that the NBA would partner with an adult establishment. And then Al Horford, formerly of the Atlanta Hawks, came out and said, "Yes, I agree with that. But I just want to say something. Let them women shake their ass. Who is hurting? Who is it hurting you? No. Let somebody shake some ass, let some people eat some wings, and let Atlanta be Atlanta. That's the most Atlanta thing I've ever heard of. Like, what is the problem? Why don't y'all want women to make money? Let's talk about this. Why, as NBA players, do y'all not want these women to make money? And people at Magic City make money. What's the problem? Christy, what you think?
Well, I mean, if the NBA is trying to be family oriented, I mean, I can see where there would be a problem. I mean, I d I don't know exactly what the affiliation is because, of course, I only heard about 5 seconds of that, and I was able to piece it together. But yeah, like I don't see Mons Venus out there doing anything for the Tampa Buccaneers. Um, over in Miami, there's baby. What's the strip club in Miami that's real famous?
King of Diamonds.
Tootsie's. You know, they were actually on a NASCAR car. That shocked me. Yeah, that was extremely like I couldn't believe when I saw Tootsie's on one of the NASCARs. I was like, that can't be like the strip club Tootsie's, right? Like it's got to be somebody else. I didn't look into it though. Maybe I should have. Um, but yeah, if you're running a sports organization and you're trying to be family friendly, having adult nightclubs as sponsors or some like even supplying wings. I mean, like, come on. First of all, are the wings really that good? I used to work at Hooters. I worked at
Yes.
Hooters for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, you know how many people come there for the wings? I mean, like, I love the wings. I still go for the wings. Like me and my girl Carrie that went to high school with, her and I talk about wings all the time. But come on, like a lot of people don't go to Hooters for the wings. You're not going to that strip
Honestly,
club for the wings.
honestly, I kind of said that too, but when I say every single professional athlete, people like it's been featured on reality TV shows. When I say people go crazy for Magic City Wings, they go crazy for Magic City Wings. My problem is that you're so bent out of shape about an Atlanta it's a local business. First of all, it's a local business. You're so bent out of shape that Atlanta is leaning in
Right.
to the lore, and it's just like, oh, like I can't believe they would partner with a strip club. Just like get the stick out of your ass, bro. It's this not that serious. Does it affect you? Is your sister stripping there? No. Get the stick out of your ass. Let them have their Magic City Mondays. Let them sell their hoodie and leave it alone. Like I just want see this is why
People
I
are
think
too
the man
prudish.
like just like it's fun. It's fun. It's like the Atlanta Hawks are like a middling team. They're always on the cusp of like just let people have fun. And I'm like that's where we're also like missing the sports. It's like the fun element of like let's just do something crazy. That's funny. That to me is funny. It's crazy. It's out there. It's like let's experiment. But you want to be mad.
I expected that more from the Pistons, though.
The Pistons literally have a bling cam where everybody in Detroit shows off their literal bling. Like, what is the problem?
See?
Like, what is the
And
problem,
who was
y'all?
it who had the buzzer going off for like 12 and a half minutes straight the other
The
night?
Pistons? Yeah, it
Did
was
you
the
hear about
Pistons. It
that?
was against the Cavs. Yeah, It-
Yeah.
I would have
So Detroit.
Raul, Raul, please,
uh,
please. I'm begging you. I know the Crazy Horse is
I
famous in
love it.
Cleveland. I know
uh,
Raul. I'm begging. But honestly, you guys, this is a slow sports
what is
month, okay? The biggest MLB news we got so far though, we're going to quickly move on to the MLB real quick. We're going to get to the Olympics and SNL and all that stuff. Biggest MLB news is Profar, who plays for the Atlanta Braves, has been suspended for an entire season because he has tested positive once again for PEDs. He already tested positive once in his career, and MLB's PED policy is very strange. So it's like if you test positive once, you get half a season. If you test twice, you get a full season. So now the Braves are down a bat, and it's just like I genuinely don't care. Like y'all, I don't care. Major League Baseball
Is it three
has
strikes
made
you're
me
out?
yeah, essentially like in Major League Baseball. But I have to say this. I'm gonna go on a baseball rant, you guys. I'm sorry. Let's clear out here, clear out. I truly, truly, truly,
Do it.
truly, truly, I'm so done with this sport. You don't make your stars are boring. You're not leaning into the fun like the NBA. Nothing about it right now is appealing. You have an entire tournament coming up that's played across 4 different countries, and I couldn't care less because nothing about this sport is appealing. You're talking about salary caps and ceiling floors and this and that and the other. And I've been thinking about this lately because I'm like, I'm just not excited. I thought I was gonna be excited. I'm just not excited.
Oh,
Like I love a good baseball game. I love
that
going,
sucks.
but it's just like baseball has genuinely not been fun. It's not been fun. And the more and more that I like think about it, I'm like, most of these people suck. The personalities suck. Most baseball players are dicks. I don't really care. Like, and I hate that I feel that way about a sport that I love so much, but I'm bored. I'm fully bored.
I
You have
think you'll
a
get spark back. Oh, I think it's
Christy,
just because, like, okay,
there's a preseason tournament.
I like I know how you. I understand this, and I understand how you feel because, like, you feel about baseball the way I feel about football. And last football season, I really feel like I was just in a funk. Like, I wasn't excited about the games. I wasn't like I was just I had them on every weekend, all the games. I mean, I watched, all the different ones on all the different on YouTube. It was great. Um, the I only watched the college games like that though, because like it really confused me and gave me football overload in the brain, um, which for me is hard to do. But when I was watching the Browns games, I wasn't as excited for the season as I have been in the past. Now, this season coming up, I, f- I can feel it deep in my soul. Like feel like I'm going to go into the beginning of season like this, still feeling this high because I just have a feeling about this season. I don't know what it is, but I feel it. And you'll get your passion back for baseball. It's going to take some time and it might take something drastic happening. But, we go through these ups and downs and lulls and, we're women too. So that plays into the factor of, how we feel emotionally about stuff, especially sports. So give it some time. The season hasn't even started yet. You're
I'm
still in
like,
spring training.
that's even worse. I'm like, usually it's like it's spring
I
training. I'm
know.
like, I want to watch the games. Like the World Baseball Classic to me is one of those things where it's like, why are we playing this right now? It's a month before the season starts, and you have players playing in this. And like, I remember the last one, I was like,
Yeah.
why are they playing in this? Somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody got hurt. It's just like nothing that they're doing is actually like motivating me, and it's like I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I need you guys to be better. I need you to be the Olympics,
You'll
okay?
get there.
Because
It may not be this season,
because
but you'll get back there.
because Christy, round 2. Round 2. Paralympics coming up. If you don't know what the
Yes.
Paralympics is the other side of the Olympics.
Yay!
Everything is the same. It's just the Olympians may have either visible or not visible disabilities. I love the Paralympics. I think it's a great, 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 great. I love it so much because you will find some hidden gems. You'll be like, "What
They
do you
made me
mean?
cry
There's a
more than
whole
the regular Olympics.
right, right." So we got the Milano
Yeah.
Cortana Paralympics coming up real soon. Also, the Olympians have taken over. Alyssa Liu was on the Today Show, and of course, she was on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. She wore her famous halo hair and gave him a wig. And then the men's hockey team just continues to just do terrible things. Well, number one, let's talk about it. I have enjoyed watching all of them get their shit rocked this week. That's been the greatest thing I've enjoyed. But Quinn Hughes and Jack Hughes both appeared on Saturday Night Live alongside Hillary Knight, my captain, my queen, who became the first athlete to appear multiple times on Saturday Night Live as a
Yes.
guest. But one of the biggest takeaways from them, they can't read. Yeah, how you gonna talk all that shit for the last week and like lean into this? "Oh, everybody hates us. We're the bad guys. Everybody hates us." And then when everybody's calling you on your bullshit for being the bad guys, I would never. First of all, Brady Kachuk. Let's start with the one of the dickheads right here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm fired up this week. He got his shit rocked in a game, which amazing. And then there was an AI like video audio that came out, and it was about Canada, and he was like saying fuck Canada and everything, and he was like, I would never say that. I would never do that. Brother, my brother in Christ. What have we watched you do for the last week? Like, I would believe that you would do some shit like that. Then the Hughes brothers like can't read. I'm
Right.
like, oh, these men are just terrible, horrible, awful. But my ladies, I love you. Keep shining, ladies. You're amazing. What did you think about the
Well,
Hughes
and
brothers
you
appearance?
know, I gotta say, first of all, seeing the guys on SNL with the girls and with our very own Connor Story,
Mm-hmm.
uh, from Heated Rivalry, um, threw me for a loop. I knew that he was from Texas and he had an American accent, but when he actually spoke without his Russian accent, I was super disappointed. Um, I did stay awake for some of it because we did have to get up early to go play with football players on Sunday. But you it's not really the guys' fault that they are getting all the backlash. I mean, yes, the women did amazing, but it's not the guys' fault that media is not giving the women as much attention as the guys are getting. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And they can't control what Donald Trump said to them over the phone. You know, they can only control how they reacted. And yeah, I think they were all
it was
caught off
bad.
guard by the comment, and that's why nobody said anything. I mean, like, what are you going to say to the president if he says something to you that and he's laughing about it? Like, are you going to be like, "Oh, Mr. President, you shouldn't talk like that." Like, you don't know how you would be if you were put in that situation. Oh
Christy,
no,
they can't
I know you
read.
were saying something, but it cut out right then. You froze.
I was like, no, they can't read. That's my takeaway. Cause how you can't
Oh,
read? What
well,
are you
they're
talking about?
hockey players. I mean,
Come on, the most basic thing, you can't fucking read. You can't read off a
that's all right. I
teleprompter.
mean, hey, they play hockey. Do you expect all the football
No,
players to read?
I know they're dumb. I'm sorry. I know they're dumb. I've had
Basketball
enough of,
players. Do you expect them to know math?
honestly. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Because Jalen Brown is one of the smartest basketball players, and I do actually expect them to know math. Math is like half their sport. But no, I'm actually, yeah, I'm excited for the Paralympics. I'm excited to see who's
Well,
gonna
I'm just saying they don't
emerge.
get paid to be smart.
We know that. We know that for sure that they don't get
That's
paid
right.
to be fucking smart. But let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on to this. Let's move on to this shit. I'm
Yes.
ready for it to be over. You ready for it to be over? I'm ready for it to be over.
It's pretty much over. I mean, like, we hit the end of the season. We're gonna wait until next week to watch the reunion. Um, I was messaging you today because I actually got to watch the weddings. Um,
Mhm.
I was kind of shocked about Emma and Mike. I thought for sure since she said, yeah, she was thinking about having kids with him, that he'd be like, yeah, and they would end up married. Um, I think they were planning on dating after the show. I don't think they did. I think he totally blew her off. Um, Alex and what's her name? I'm glad she finally wisened up
Jordan.
and like woke up out of her sleeping beauty
No, no.
state of mind
Chris.
and was like, I deserve better.
Mhm.
No, no, no. Alex and it began with an A.
Alec. Alec. Alec.
What is her
That's the fake
name?
soccer player. The fake soccer player. Um what is her name?
Yeah. Yeah. Amber?
Let's yes,
No.
yes, yes.
I
Hold
don't know.
on.
We finally got smart and she said she deserved better.
Yes. Yes. Um Now okay, I can reveal that I
What?
knew that Jordan is the one who was friends with my best friend's boyfriend. So I knew going into the season that Jordan was the one that was going to get married. And I think I'm trying to read. Yeah, so it's Mike and Emma, they broke up. Amber and Jordan got married. Brittany and Devonta, we knew that was he don't like black women.
Mhm.
So we knew that was happening. And then Ashley and
Right.
Alex. Ashley and Alec or Alec. I
That's what it
don't
was.
know.
Ashley and Alex.
I don't know who this man is. And then of course the couple of the season, the one that everybody knew was going to get married, Vic and Christine. The fact that you found two, great, great.
I love them.
Bet- It's better than Denver, where we had zero. But yeah, Christine and Vic, they got married.
Yeah.
I think everybody thought from episode 1 and seeing their story, like that was pretty clear that they were going to get married. Now, of course, we know next week is going to be the reunion. I I hate
I
Love Is
wish would have
Blind
seen more of Vic
reunions.
and Christine.
Yeah, honestly, it's their edit is very weird
But did you
because
see the teaser for it?
no, I haven't seen the teaser yet. I haven't seen the teaser for the reunion
Yeah.
yet. But I know some tea. Some one of the tea. I'm gonna give you a spoiler. Spoiler tea. Some of the people who report on Love Is Blind News have stated that Brittany and Devonta, of course, tried to date after the show. They broke up. Devonta then moved on to another woman, got engaged to her, broke up with her, and then now is engaged and to someone else and got that person pregnant. So it's a hot mess over in Love Is Blind land. Of course, we're gonna have Chris and his short ass, that demon, and then of course Alec. I just want to say this. I was right. I'm always right. I told y'all these men were demons. I told y'all the men of Ohio are demons. And the fact that most of them will never be able to date in the state of Ohio is one good thing, because let me tell you something right now. I hope every woman gives them the lashings that they deserve. Devonta, I don't like you. I never liked you. Being a self-hating, again, I went on this rant a while ago. Do not go on this show if you do not love yourself. If you will judge yourself and you don't like people of the same race, stop going on this show if you're a self-hating person and you hate
Or if
dating
you're
outside
racist
of
at
your
all.
race. Oh, Chris. Yes,
Yeah.
Chris. It's come out that Chris is super racist.
If you know
And
you're racist, why are you gonna go on this show and make a comment like, "Oh, I've never dated a woman of color before." What the
yeah,
you You know you're being recorded, right? And you're gonna be that evil of a human being to say something like that?
I
Doesn't matter
just
if you have or not. Why are you gonna open your mouth and say it?
I'm begging y'all, please stop going on the show if you are insecure about your looks, if you do not date outside your own race, and you have self-hatred issues about like being a person of color. I've talked about it before. Being a person of color in this country is not fun. It's not great. But if you consciously go into dating and you're like, oh, they're gonna hate me because I'm black, or they're gonna hate me because I'm Asian, or they're gonna hate me because I don't date that person. Don't do it. Save
Right.
yourself. Save your mental. We already saw one person on this show go through that. We already saw Devonta very clearly not be attracted to Brittany. Like, you, I could go on forever about this show. But yes, reunion is next week.
Yeah.
Finally the shit show is over. They're probably I'm gonna tell you right now, this summer, I'm gonna see these fuckers all summer. All summer. Because they're gonna hit up every major Cleveland bar, club,
But wait,
restaurant,
wait, wait.
every appearance you can think of.
Okay. Look, so during the reunion, during
Mhm.
the 20-second preview that we got of the reunion, either Christy or who got married to Jordan?
I
What
think
was her
it
name?
was Amber.
Amber.
Amber and Jordan.
One of
Yep.
them two storms off the stage. Yeah. So I think it's Amber. She storms off the stage. Um, so not sure what's going on with them. Um, I think
Told you I can get
that
the
she
tea.
did things completely. Well, hold on. I think she did things completely wrong, being that she had a little girl. Um, I think that if you're gonna be selfish enough, being a single mom, to go on this show, that you have to realize that your kid is also involved. So you have to put that out there first and foremost. I have a kid. She's the most important thing in my life. That's what I did when I was dating. And I made it known that, my kids' needs come first. She should have introduced Jordan so much sooner than the day before the wedding. So hopefully their relationship actually lasts, because I think that he is good for her because he's very carefree and seems like the typical Ohioan. And she just seems like so much fun. And I think they'd make a really great couple. And for her daughter's sake, I really want it to work out.
Okay, I'm gonna also hit on that. As someone who is the daughter of a single parent, I genuinely hated watching my mom date, especially as an adult, because I knew that these men were terrible for her. Like, when you're younger, definitely introduce your kids as soon as possible. Especially if you're thinking about getting married to them. Sight unseen, well, not sight unseen, but like if you're
Yeah, but
planning
then be
on settling
serious.
down, yeah. And when you have a kid, especially if the kid is young, and I'm assuming her kid is fairly young, to uproot your
She looked like she
kid
was
from
like
their,
6.
oh yeah, she's young. She's young. She's young, and that is a formative year. I just, again, like, going into this show, please be careful. Please, I'm begging y'all. I'm begging y'all. If they come back to Ohio, which,
Well, and everything is fast forwarded with it,
mhm,
like, because you only have the short time span. Like, when I
you have 8 weeks.
so I
8
didn't
weeks.
like date a lot when I broke up with Zoe's dad. Right. So 2 months. Okay. That's the whole time from start to marriage. So when I started dating Dominic, I had dated him before when we were 18 and 21. Did I know that we were going to stay together forever when he and I started dating again? No, I didn't know. But I made him wait a month before I let him meet Zoe and hang out with Zoe, even at all. Like, if he was coming over the house and spend the night, it was when she was at her dad's, because I was like, I need to make sure that you're not going to just come into her life and take off.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I got to see what kind of man you are now. Like, we hadn't hung out in, quite a long time. Is this someone I'm going to want around my kid? But like I said, if you're going to be selfish enough to go on this show where everything is sped up so much and you've got a kid involved, you can't take that time with the kid. You have to throw them in earlier. Whereas, in real life, you got time to wait. So I don't think that single parents should be going on shows like this. Um, like I said, the reunion's going to be interesting. I just hope that Vic and Christine are doing really good, because that was the couple that they should have been following around everywhere. I would have much rather seen their whole story than these messes that we got going on.
This is the problem with Love is Blind, and let's continue to talk about this. Well, first of all, my biggest problem is they didn't actually get anyone from the major three cities. I'm gonna just say that they got people from the suburbs. Suburban Cleveland people are not from Cleveland. They are from the suburbs. They will tell you they're from the suburbs. They will not say they're from Cleveland. They will be born in Cleveland and they will be raised in a Westlake or a Brunswick or a
Right.
Brecksville, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive to Cleveland." You're getting people who are conscious of their image. If you wanted real Cleveland people, let me tell you right now, not only would you get a love story, you get a love story, you get a hot mess, you get everything in one if you got real Cleveland people. But Love is Blind has this big problem, and they've had it since season one. When they have a couple that everybody wants to follow, and you're like, I want to follow them, they're gonna pivot to the mess because they're like, oh, the mess is gonna bring us ratings. No, we want to see the love story. Like, my biggest thing is I love Lauren and Cameron.
Yeah.
That's my couple since day one. Okay. Couple since day one. I wanted to see
Yes.
more of their
Oh my
relationship,
God.
but we got was Lauren Lauren being insecure over Cameron being white. Like, their relationship was much more than that. They're still married
Yeah.
and they have a child. Like, even Amber and Barnett, she's got
Yeah.
student loan debt and Jessica's obsessed with him. No, I want to see their love story. I could do without Damien and Giannina and their craziness. I could have did without Mark and Jessica and their craziness. Hell, I think last season was so messy because they didn't have any love stories. And I'm like, you get this season where you actually have a love story with Vic and
Yes.
Christine. You actually have a love story with Amber and Jordan. Even though it might be on the rocks, you have actual tangible love stories, but you instead want to
Yeah.
focus on the
Mhm.
insecure people. You want to focus on the little
Chicken
short
nuggets.
demon. You want to focus on the man who's clearly homeless and just be popcorning from woman's bed to bed. And it's like, no, I want the love story. Give me the love story.
Chicken
I'm
nuggets.
begging you. Like, I'm begging you. But
Yeah.
after the reunion, well, what do you give the season so far in a rating on a scale of Love is Blind, like past season?
Okay, Love is Blind on a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta give it like a 7, because of the fact that they did find, 2 couples that did end up getting married, and you could tell Vic and Christine are just so in love. Like, when he speaks to her, he melted my heart. Like, I was like, this man truly does love it. And to see his mom come in and she was like, I was so nervous, but after meeting her in person, I'm so happy for you guys. Like, I give it a 7. I'm excited that Love is Blind Sweden is coming out next week. As soon as this ends, Love is Blind Sweden is coming out and I'll be watching that. So I'll get my
I'm gonna give it a
fill, and
6.
hopefully the second Love is Blind Sweden season actually like does better. All of them do better than the American seasons now, but I'm hoping that they found some good people that actually do want relationships and do want families and stuff like that and lives together. And so we'll see how other countries do it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a six. I'm gonna give it a six until we see this reunion. I'm gonna give it a six. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's just man, it's better than Denver. Like we all agree on that. It's better than
Yes.
Denver. It's Traders time, people. Again,
Oh yeah.
if you have not watched the Traders, please, 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 please go away. If you have not watched the Traders, please go away.
Hit the mute.
If you have, Robert Roush, we called that win. We said these people are dumb enough to underestimate
Oh
him.
yeah, I did. I did.
Robert Roush has come away
I knew it.
with the Traders win. He is, I think, no, is he the first trader to win since season one? No, because they won a season two, right?
Yeah, because Bananas won the first season, and last season the Traders won also.
No, the Faithfuls won last season.
It's only the third season, right?
No, it's the fourth season. Faithfuls won last season.
Did they?
I yeah, yeah. Faithfuls won
Okay, the
last
first two
season.
seasons it was
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So the first season since season two, where a trader wins. So first, let me just okay. So first, Eric is betrayed by Rob. We kind of knew that was going to happen. Rob has betrayed everybody in this game so far. So Eric is betrayed by Rob. The entirety of the traders finally figure out that Rob is a traitor. They're trying to convince Laura that Rob is a traitor. And she's like, no, he wouldn't be a traitor. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. We get to the final reveal where Alan asks, are you a traitor? Are you a faithful? And Mora is just like, I just know he's gonna be a faithful. I just know he's gonna be a faithful. And as he says, he goes, I
Poor
have
Mora.
and always have been and always will be a traitor. Her face was pure like, oh, what? You really fucked me over. So Rob goes home with $200,000 because of that. Is
It's
Mora
heartbreak.
Yeah, is Mora the dumbest faithful that's ever been on the show? Oh, we got some technical difficulties, people. But is she the dumbest faithful to ever be on the show?
I'm just sitting here smiling, trying to look pretty still.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. We've been hitting some technical difficulties the entire time before, after. It would happen when we're talking about traders. It would happen. It was going so good.
Right.
What is your analysis on Mora? What you guys said is there. Christy is just there. She just there, y'all. I'm sorry, Christy. I'm sorry. We're talking about the traders. But yeah, no. We even had the
I don't even
reunion
know if it's like doing the same thing on your end that it's doing on my end.
where it just skips and stops. Yeah, it does. We had the reunion, of course. Andy Cohen like hosted once again. But yes, Traders has come to an end. Well, US version of Traders has come to an end. The most competitive game of Mafia where you can win $200,000. Robert Roush, of course, won. Maura Higgins looks insane because, again, this is a woman whose pedigree was sniffing out the bullshit and she couldn't sniff out the bullshit. Now everybody's kind of on the not really like the traders, but like the post traders of like we're all friends, so let's do a bunch of stuff together. Also, Rob ends up on the Tonight Show, which is crazy because I never thought I would see him on the Tonight Show. Um, and look, he may have played a great game, but I will still be on that
Good for
ass.
him.
I watched his season of Love Island. He was a psychopath, okay? I can understand why he won.
He was hiding under the pool. The dog.
He tried
I was
he
like, why is he hiding?
he literally tried to drown himself. That That Leo wouldn't fall for his shit. So he tried to drown himself. He literally went.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm trying to be real with you. And then try to man. Let's move on from, but yeah, Maura Higgins, girl, you will go down in history. Some pop culture news I'm gonna run through real quick. Carrie Underwood has been constantly booed at American Idol. She said she doesn't care, but then video footage of her coming out shows that she cares. Um, Alandria attends not only Milan Fashion
Why
Week
are they
but
bullying
Paris.
her?
She sucks. She sucks bad. Like there are stories about
Oh,
her from like back in the day and currently where she treats people not nice, and it don't matter if you are famous or not famous. She not nice.
yeah.
She suck bad. Alandria from Love Island has continued her dominance. She went to Fashion Week alongside, ironically enough, Leah and Miguel. They went to Milan, and then now she's currently in
Yeah.
Paris at Paris Fashion Week. The Valley, right after we did the show last week, the Valley season 3 trailer dropped. It looks kind of good. It looks a little good. We know that Lala and Tom Shorts,
I still haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the trailer.
yeah, Lala and Tom Shorts are a
Mhm.
decent part. Jesse and Michelle are still Jesse and Michelle. Janet is still Janet. Somehow Janet and Jason are now enemies with Jesse. It's very strange. But there's some other things. Oh, Below Deck.
Look, Janet is a poor
Um
representation of Ohioans, by the way.
please, if you take anything away from reality TV, I promise you, Love is Blind this season and Janet are not representations of Ohio. I'm begging y'all. Please do not think that these two people represent us, or these two entities represent us. Um it just was announced that Jersey Shore Family Vacation will be ending its run on MTV this year. Now the cast has come out and it's like, hey, we're not ending our run on TV, but because of MTV's closure earlier this year, this is their last season on MTV. Um, Summer House aired yesterday, and I do kind of want to have a conversation about this. So Summer House aired yesterday, and the current storyline that's going on is one of the guys in the house has a crush on one of the girls. His best friend used to date this girl, and he made a
Oh,
comment last week to his best friend and was like, do you mind if I make out with her? And everybody thought it was
yeah,
very
you said that.
strange. Yeah, Jesse makes a comment to West that's like, ooh, I would love to make out with Sierra. I hope you don't think that's weird. And he essentially tells the entirety of the house how much he wants to make out with Sierra. Then they talk about it this week, and Sierra finds out at a party, and she gets very mad, rightfully so, because she's like, Jesse, like, you're telling all these people how you want to make out with me. You're telling my ex how much you want to make out with me and asking him if it's okay. But she was like, did you actually come to me and ask me if I want to make out with you? And it just kind of caused like a whole ripple effect to where she did end up crying in the bed. Feel so bad for her.
Oh,
Feel so bad
jeez.
for her. But it
Because somebody
should.
wants to make out with him.
No, because she was like, how am I finding this out from everybody else? She's like, you didn't even ask to take me on a date. You just said, is it okay to make out with me? She's like, what if I don't even like you like that? She's like, you just went ahead and asked, and I may not even like you like that. So it kind of has caused this conversation
Well,
to be like,
maybe he was laying down the ground route, plan so that he had first he had to get the okay, from his best friend before he could try to even make a move on her. And you know how editing goes. And it, I don't know. I think it's weird that people
No.
ask other people now, is it okay if I kiss you? Like, we didn't do that when we were younger. If you don't want to be kissed, you just punch the guy in the face.
Yeah, it's just such a weird it was such a weird thing of like him asking her ex and then her ex being like, "Why are you asking me this?" And he's like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just cool. I'm just being cool. I'm just being cool." And it's like, "Bro, no you're not. Like you're not being cool." But yeah, it's a very weird thing. And then we have the last
Dynamic.
biggest news, and I want to get your take on this because I think this is very interesting. So Kiki Palmer and Demi Lovato were having conversation on Kiki's podcast. It's me Kiki, or it's baby it's me Kiki Palmer, and they were talking about how when they were teenagers they were dating grown adult men. Like Kiki was like, she was like, it's so weird that when I was 15, my boyfriend was 20.
Right.
And like Demi was like, yeah, it was super weird that when I was like 17, 18, my boyfriend was
Mhm.
30. And it brought up this conversation, and I've seen it brought up of like,
Well,
why are older men like attracted to teenagers? Because I myself went through that phase of like I want to date an older man, and older men were very attracted to teenage me. And I'm like, why? I looked like a child. Did you ever experience that?
so actually when I was 16, I dated a boy that was, well, a man that was 21.
Hmm.
Now this was of course in the mid 90s, early to mid 90s. So, and my parents knew that I was dating him, and he had a car and I had a car and we would hang out, but like they weren't really like worried about him. I guess they trusted my judgment, which to be honest, he was a gentleman. Like he never tried anything like beyond, I mean, I was 16, we made out. That was about it. So, which was very sweet, because he definitely could have taken advantage of the fact that I was 16 and young and like, oh, he was older and he was in a band. He played bass guitar. So like he was so cool, you know? But times were different back in the early 90s also. Um Now if I saw, if my daughter was 16 and there was a 21-year-old around her, I would have had a problem about it.
Yeah,
But
I think
that's
it's yeah,
because I'm a
it's
mom and I'm protective.
yeah, I'm saying like even 10, well, I'm 31 now, right? So this would have been what, like 15 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. Like the fact that like even
Yeah.
my brain was like, yeah, I know this grown man, if I gave him a chance, would date me. Like, cause it would just happen so often that like grown men would hit on me. And I think it's bringing up this conversation about like celebrity relationships, especially young women, celebrity relationships that are very weird. Like, for example, the man that Demi Lovato dated, Wilder Valderrama, Wilder Valderrama, had several
Yeah.
relationships with
Paul
teenagers.
Mara yeah.
Yeah, he had relationships with Demi,
Lindsay Lohan,
Lindsay Lohan,
Demi
Mandy
Lovato.
Moore. Yeah, all of these teenagers. And it's like, well, why didn't anybody like say anything about this grown ass
With
man in
Nicole
his
too.
20s? Yeah. So you have like Hillary Duff, she
Yeah.
dated one of the Madden brothers, like Miley
And people wonder
Cyrus,
why half the
like her
yeah. Well, I
ex-husband,
mean,
she started dating
Wilmer's
him. Yeah.
buddy from that 70s show.
Danny. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You
just
know, it
yeah,
just
it's just ugh.
and now if you look at the Epstein, stuff that has come out, and I watched one of the Epstein docu-series on Netflix, The Filthy Rich one.
Mhm.
And Dominic was questioning. He's like, "Well, why didn't the girls, just stop going there?" I said, "Some of them did,
Mhm.
but like they were young and they were impressionable, and he was an adult, and Maxwell was an adult, and I don't remember how to say her real name, and I don't care. But
Ghislaine.
you know,
Ghislaine.
it was just these girls trusted their friends. Yeah, whatever. But these girls, they trusted their friends that were bringing them to this house because they were the same age as their friends, and they didn't realize what was going to happen once they got there. And it just, I can see why girls that were in their situations got further in their situations, you know? And it's just sad that, you know, there are all these older men. I mean, look at Leonardo DiCaprio.
Never dates a
Like,
woman over
he
25.
is,
Like,
I
you're
don't even think he was that
gross.
cute. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I know like Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, they all have like really young wives. And that's fine if you're 70 years old and you want a 30 something year old woman. But if you are over the age of 25 and you are dating teenagers, that's a problem. If you are over the age of 21 and you're dating a teenager, that's a problem, especially
If you're
like nowadays, because I don't think people mature as fast as they used to.
if there's a 2 in front of your age, why are you dating teenagers? Stop dating teenagers. If there's a 2, a 3, a 4, a
Yeah.
5, a 6, you shouldn't be if a number 1 is in front of that age, no. Stop dating these people. No, that actually does lead me to I hate to say fun fact, but it is a fact about that Epstein case. So I mean, we're talking about it. So how they even found out about all of that stuff was this girl was in school. She got into a fight with another girl. The other girl called her a whore and was like, "You're such a whore." And they got into like a fight. They went to the office. Like the girl was like, "No, she's actually a whore." And they were like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Look in her book bag, look in her purse. She has like tons of money and all this stuff." And they
Right.
went
She's
through
getting
the
paid.
girl's bag and they found all this stuff. And then that's when it came out that she was associated with Jeffrey Epstein, which turns out to be the 2008 case, which then gets turned into a Law and Order SVU episode, which how I found out about it. Then years later, he gets prosecuted again because more stuff comes out, which also inspires another set of SVU episodes. So I don't know, like this conversation about like teenagers, like oh, like I just feel like it's very uncomfortable when grown men go after
Scary.
teenagers. But let's get to I know it's such a weird jumpy place. Current internet obsessions. Now I know I've been on the K drama kick. I'm not about K dramas. This is about. Have you seen the Burger Wars?
No. What you got?
So there's this thing online where the McDonald's CEO like came in front of the camera and was trying a bunch of stuff from McDonald's. And everybody was like, "Yo, you're weird." Like he was like
Oh,
not
and
biting
didn't you take
down.
like the teeniest, tiniest little bite of a
Yeah.
burger?
Yeah, and everybody was like, "What are you doing?" Like, "Huh?" So now the Wendy's CEO has come out and done it. Um, the Burger King CEO has come out.
Oh
I
god.
think this is the funniest set of videos because these people are all like, "Oh, we look, we're so relatable. We eat our own fast food." Come on now. Come on now. I no, you're not relatable.
That's
What's your
hilarious.
current what's your current internet obsession?
No, they're not. Okay, so I messaged you earlier. And I said badly in love, and I would tell you about it later. It is a series on Netflix. It's a Japanese series. And they have these single people that they put into a school. It's not a K drama, it's a Jap drama.
Mhm. Mhm. I told you Asian
But they
dramas.
put
I
these
told you.
people in a school and they all have like these horrible bad reputations. But they all have these bad reputations. Like two of them were gang leaders. And so it's so funny because the girls, they've all like one was grown up in a group home, but they've all been to like jail or prison in trouble for, beating up people. And
Hmm.
just one kid was arrested because marijuana is obviously illegal in Japan. But anyway, they got them in this school and they're supposed to be like teenagers dating. Like they leave notes in lockers, but they don't sign who they're from. And they go on these little hangout dates and, of course, competitions and stuff. So it's a really cute dating show. These people are crazy. Like there was almost a fist fight within 2 seconds of the second guy walking into the classroom. But that
I
is
know
my
what you're
current
talking
internet
about.
obsession because I finally finished School Spirits.
Yeah,
You've
I
seen
know
it?
exactly. Yeah, so I saw that clip.
You saw
It
Badly in
was
Love?
all Yeah, I saw the clip. They were like, "This show is gonna be crazy." They're already fighting.
Yeah.
It's 2 seconds in, and I'm like, "What is this show?" I told you guys, Asian shows,
Yeah,
whether it's
security
C
had to come
dramas,
in and
whether
break them all apart.
yes, like when I tell you, I said this is what America is missing. We are missing the element of just pure like, let's throw some shit at the wall because why?
So we need to
Okay, so
get some former gangsters and maybe
put
some
them all in
former
a school.
strippers and put them all in a house and
Yeah,
record
absolutely. Like when I say
because that's
like
pretty much
Christy,
what they did in Japan.
I've seen some of the most ridiculous K-dramas over the last couple months that I started watching them. Like again, we got time traveling, we got uh people like childhood sweethearts that don't know each other is like in front of each other. Like when I say Asian dramas will have you on the edge of your seat, like this is so good. Like this is
Yeah, but this
amazing.
is
Like I can't
reality.
wait.
This is
There's
reality
one
TV,
oh
which
I
I
know
love.
that one.
So are you gonna watch it
So
with me?
okay. Yes, of course. I will. You need to watch then Singles Inferno. That's also on Netflix. It's Korea. They have Korean
Singles Inferno.
Americans and Koreans on this show, and they're all put on an island, and it's like a love show. When I tell you the things that I've watched from this show, that I'm like, this is hilarious. This show is hilarious.
Okay, I will definitely text me the name again later and I will definitely start it.
Mhm. It's 5 seasons. 5 seasons. 5 seasons.
All right.
Hold on.
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna text
super
you right now.
upset because I finished School Spirits and
Mhm.
there was only 8 episodes this season. So every season it's only been 8 episodes. And from what I had heard last season, this was supposed to be like the final season.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah.
Um, but they did leave it open. Um,
Okay.
no, they left it open ended so that if they want to, there's still a lot that they can go into. But when I tell you this show, the last 2 episodes had me bawling my eyes out over a ghost. I mean, like, I was so upset. I love Wally, okay? I can't help it.
Hey, I was talking about this with my
So
coworkers
you need to
today. I
catch
was like,
up.
look, okay. I see that, yeah, School Spirits is coming out. I know we got a lot of stuff coming out. I have a secret obsession. Look, I don't watch Hallmark movies. Absolutely not. You couldn't catch me watching it. But I
No,
did discover a Hallmark TV show. It's called The Way Home. Also write this one down. The Way Home. It's about
I'm sorry.
a young girl who her mom is from Canada, her dad's from the States. She rebels a bunch, and her mom is like, "You know what? Let's go back to my hometown. You need to chill out for a minute." They go back to her
Mhm.
hometown. She's mad at her mom. She throws something in this
So
pond that's
American.
behind her family's house. She goes in to try to get it, and as she goes in to try to get it, she's sucked into the pond and is taken to the 90s, and it's a magic time traveling
Of
pond
course.
that takes you across time and across time. So sometimes you're in the 90s, sometimes you're in the 70s, sometimes you're in the 1800s,
Oh,
sometimes it's all over the place. But they're like the biggest
fun.
mystery is how did the main character's grandfather die? and what happened to the main character's uncle. Like, it's a whole big thing. I've watched all 3 seasons. I'm sat for season 4. I'm sat. I'm sat. And season 4 is going to be his last, but it's a quick watch. It's got a lot of I got a lot of stuff. It's not very confusing. Like, they every season they wrap something up, but they also tease something. It's very, very, very good show. So if you like School
Okay.
Spirits, watch The Way Home. Like, The Way Home will
Yeah.
kind of give you that same vibe of like,
The Way Home. Okay.
I'm on
I'll have you text me that one too.
I'm gonna text it to you right as we get off the air.
All
But
right, cool.
Christy, it's time to go,
Yeah.
man.
Our
You've been
jankety
on.
show is at the end.
Look, it figured itself out at the end. We can hear each other, we can talk to each other. It's no skipping. Of course, it's gonna do this. Thank you guys for listening. Follow Inside Edge Network on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Also, I'm sorry that we did not promote Alley Rose Fragrances. We have been having such a weird thing. Alley Rose Fragrances, of course, is our network sponsor. Use the code Inside Edge 20 to get 20% off of your order. We're gonna get yelled at. Double A's gonna yell at us. I already know he's gonna yell at us. Also, I told you guys this a couple weeks ago. I will be appearing on another show. Come this Friday, I will be appearing on Inside Edge Network's new show, Mic Check Take 2, alongside David Ruiz. We will be talking about sports and everything, of course. Kind of a little like this show, but with boys. And we all know how I feel about men.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
That means
again,
more arguing for you, so that's good.
You guys, like I said, I'm always right. And in the case, I'm always right. You're gonna see me and David go back and forth. David knows I'm always right. I know I'm always right. What's the problem? But yes, please, please, please tune in. Tune in this Friday, 7:00. Christy, will you be tuned in for our first show on Inside Edge Network?
I'm gonna try to tune in. I'm gonna have it at least on my phone. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be paying attention to it, but I am gonna have it on. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to pay attention to it. It's Friday night.
It is Friday night. It's Friday night. It's a very strange night to have it on, but hey, it's Friday night. But yes, please, please, please follow Inside Edge Network. Go to AlleyRoseFragrances.com. Use that Inside Edge Net 20 code. Follow us at Jersey Chasers Pod, at Jersey Chasers on Instagram, TikTok, not Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and wherever you get your podcast from. An immaculate show. Thank you guys for listening. Oh, and we're also on iHeart. We're on iHeart, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, people. We love you. Have a good night.
Yes.